Okay. This is at the time I normally don't do it. This is Central and Manchester. I'm waiting for my friend, so this will be a good time to do it. Observe the normal time of night I don't normally get. Can't really notice the archetypes at night, but I want you to notice just these simple predatory behaviors. And I say you can't notice it. I might be able to notice the archetypes at night. It's just a matter of lighting. That's all. Person in my life, but you can notice those archetypes. Notice them. Throughout this whole process, I've noticed how empathy really is learned, because these people absolutely hold no empathy for me at all. They completely see me as a sex object simply because this individual has more money than me, i.e. a place in the hierarchy higher up than mine, said so. Therefore, it is part of our DNA to be hierarchical but not be empathetic. Meaning these people literally don't have any capacity to even imagine being in my shoes. They're not able to feel that. They're not able to imagine what it would be like to be in my shoes. They do not care. Because an individual with more money than me said that I was whatever, promiscuous, whatever that may be, slut, whatever it may be, they listened to him. And they continue to prove this to me countless times. That's the thing. They have such little empathy. They don't even show remorse. They don't mind that they're giving me all of the data I need. In every astounding factor, they are giving me all of the data that I could possibly need for every aspect there is. I mean, their stupidity and ignorance is, well, that's redundant, but their ignorance is a more powerful term. Is grotesque. It's the only way to put it. Their ignorance is grotesque. Their apathy is grotesque. These people in so many ways have proved to me so much that I didn't know was worthy of proving. They've proven to me that empathy is a learned behavior and that hierarchical tendencies are the only biological foundation of humanity, because an individual with a hierarchical tendency than me, which for some reason is not dictated by work, but just by being in the possession of money, is automatically given a grant over my life by these people. They do not question this individual. They do not dismiss anything he says. Everything this person says, because of his establishment in the hierarchy, is the utter truth. These people they prove everything that I am trying to argue for my master's thesis and my eventual PhD. More than even I want to prove. Because they've proved to me through absolutely every aspect of their behavior that this individual, this alpha archetype that I identified, is simply their alpha for no reason other than a hierarchical tendency of money. Empathy has been proven to not be a biological attribute, but a learned behavior, which they simultaneously prove to me over and over again. I have been sitting here for 2 hours waiting for somebody who's clearly not my friend, because I offered to do something for her. And coincidentally, these individuals have proven to me every single aspect of everything that I could use for a master's thesis and PhD. For literally definitively giving me all of the data I could possibly need for a master's thesis and PhD in biological anthropology. By claiming to me that their ruler, their alpha, is somebody who never worked for the money but is simply in possession, that they want this alpha to have complete sexual dominance, that they make sure that their alpha is sexually satisfied simply based on the idea that their alpha is not even working for their money, but was in possession of that money. Every sliver of data that I could possibly need rests within these people. And they don't seem to resent that. They seem to want to qualify to me, yes, Carrie, this person is our alpha. Because of these hierarchical tendencies, we make sure that our alpha is sexually satisfied and continually at the top and rank of this hierarchy. For no reason other than our alpha is in possession of an inanimate object which we culturally have defined as money. For this reason, we serve this alpha archetype. Make sure that our alpha archetype is sexually satisfied, is in constant sexual power of all life possible. Because we are weak-minded, because we are here to serve an alpha. And because this individual puts money in our face, which we've dictated culturally is a significant factor, and probably the most significant factor in human dominance and human hierarchical behavior, we serve an alpha, whom, as I've defined, is an archetype, which can be manifested through absolutely every sliver of data that I have presented thus far. And what is bothersome to me, folks, is that these people simply want to do this. They don't really mind that they're going out of their way to make somebody happy that does not care for them, that does not do anything to really be around them. There's no logical, rational reason for why these individuals are performing any of the servitude, any of the realms of servitude that they are doing for this random person, other than that hierarchical tendency. There is absolutely not any foundation at all. I have every sliver of data that I could possibly need for my master's thesis and my PhD, which are simultaneously going to be part of the same construct. complexity in these people, in the thinking of these people, is so elementary. It's so arbitrary that it's almost fascinating in itself. Just the general animalistic tendencies that these individuals are exemplifying to me right now is just, why did they select me to try to inflict this upon, knowing that I want to go into the field of anthropology? Why would they select me to practice this tendency on? Is it just completely based off of lack of intellectual integrity? Why would you select somebody who is going to analyze this to perform this predatory behavior on? It has to be that it is completely instinctive to perform such predatory behaviors and to inflict these predatory behaviors on an individual. Because they don't seem to want to discontinue any aspect of what they're doing. And yet are simultaneously insistent that their formula will work when countless times it has proven to not. Yet it is so instinctively a part of their genetic realm to prey on those who refute an alpha, or as we know from our chimp relatives, to go into another group completely unrelated to ours and attack those whom are not our alpha, or whom pose a threat to an alpha, which we of course know through study of chimpanzees are close, as I restate constantly, genetic cousins. 98.4% shared genetic DNA, or should I say, that's redundant, but shared DNA with life, with human life. Truthfully, it is infuriating to see such intellectual dismissal from the most intelligent species and the most comprising of the most tissue complexity of any life on Earth, most conscious life on Earth. In the truest sense, it is embarrassing. As a human being who embraces the complexity of the composure, the compilation of her tissues, of her brain power, of her consciousness, it is absolutely, in the truest sense, embarrassing that the most intelligent of her kind practice such predatory behaviors that are so truly limited on this human conscious intellect. For every aspect of these people is being presented to me in absolutely every realm of what they are choosing to do. The only thing that they have proven to me within their conquest of their behavior is that in every single sense of the data I have collected these individuals as Homo sapiens are predatory.